Thanks for tuning in, everyone. This week's Pocho's Picks, we're going to be doing it on the UFC 300 main event. So that's going to be Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill this Saturday for UFC 300. I'll go ahead and get it started. I'm currently sitting at 4-2 on my picks for this season. 4 wins, 2 losses, that is. And I think this fight is going to be a banger. I think Alex Pereira brings a lot of just skill, power, and expertise to this match against Jamahal Hill. And Jamahal Hill also can't be counted out. I think he's a fighter who's up and coming. He's definitely trying to make a name for himself, and for sure has nothing to lose. If he goes out this Saturday and puts Alex Pereira on his back, well, he would have made a name for himself. Not only that, but he would have won the light heavyweight championship. So that would be quite an accomplishment there. As far as my actual pick, though, I'm going to go ahead and take Alex Pereira. He's a UFC fighter that I've really gotten to know much more in the last few years, and he's a guy that just brings a lot of grit and toughness to the octagon. He's had several notable victories over Israel Adesanya, Sean Strickland, Prokaska. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. That's like the Polish guy with the huge beard and that long ponytail, and also John Blachowicz. So again, just a very experienced fighter. He's 36 years old. I would say that's the only caveat where I'm like, doesn't really help him. He is approaching more of a point in his career where he's probably looking to exit the octagon rather than entering. Again, he's a little bit on the older side. He stands at 9 wins, 2 losses. He's going up against Jamahal Hill, who, again, as I mentioned earlier, is an up-and-coming fighter in the UFC. He's 12-1. He's 32 years old. 32 years old. His last fight, though, was against Glover Teixeira, a 44-year-old, and that for me is really a deciding factor there, as far as him not being able to put him out. Don't get me wrong, Glover's in my opinion, he's a Hall of Famer. But the fact that Jamahal Hill couldn't knock him out, I think speaks volume as far as him being 44 years old. In my opinion, a little bit past his prime, to put it in a nice way. He ends up winning a decision in his last fight. And his loss, actually, his only loss came to a fighter I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with, Paul Craig. Personally, I don't really know much about the guy. So I'm going to, again, just point to that and say that Jamahal Hill, yes, he's up and rising. He's got nothing to lose here, 12-1. But his last fight doesn't inspire any confidence in me. And his only loss in his career against Paul Craig, no disrespect, not really familiar with Paul Craig. Again, just the fact that the last fight wasn't really able to do anything, get anything going against Glover, went full 5 rounds, and his only loss against, again, someone who's not really known, someone who hasn't really established themselves. I'll go ahead and take Alex Pereira in this fight. I think he's going to retain his light heavyweight championship, and it's going to be a heck of an event, a heck of a fight, and I can't wait for this Saturday.
Alrighty. Well, we'll go with, the person who's undefeated in Pocho's picks. He is breaking records from left to right in Pocho's sports podcast. 6-0. 6-0. If I would have made a parlay, I would be rich. That's 6.
Dude, if you would have made a parlay, you wouldn't even be on this podcast anymore, bro.
Seriously. But so far, 6-0. I'm excited for the main event, UFC 300. Again, it's supposed to be one of the greatest nights for UFC history. Alex Pereira versus Jamahal Hill. Personally, I'm going with the Brazilian Nightmare. I don't know if that's his nickname. I don't think so, but I just made it up for him. But I'm going with Alex Pereira. He's going to win. He's going to retain. He's just on another level right now. The fact that he was in middleweight division, went up to light heavyweight, and won the championship is a great accomplishment. So I'm taking Alex for this fight. Again, Laco, you do bring up a good point with Jamahal Hill. He is a great fighter. He's coming up. He's actually fighting the light heavyweight. He never lost that title. Obviously, he got injured, so he had to, I believe, vacant that title. But here's another key factor. Jamahal Hill has not fought in over a year. I believe it's a year and, 4 months? Around there, a year and 3 months. That's a huge factor. Alex has been fighting. His last fight, I believe, he fought what's the guy with the ponytails? I believe Leiko said his name. I don't know. I don't want to butcher it.
His name is Jiri Prochazaka.
Pocho Zaka.
Prochaska or Prochaska. Or Jiri. You can just say Jiri, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Jiri.
Jiri. Okay. That fight was, 4 months ago, I believe? So it's like Alex has been consistent. Jamahal, not so much. So that's going to be a huge factor. I also will agree with Leiko about age difference. I mean, Alex Pereira is 36. Jamahal is 32. There's a big gap there, but I don't think it'll be that much of a factor because Alex that man has a face where he's going to kill you. Like, he goes into the ring with the face that my job here is I'm going to knock you out or do whatever it takes to put you to sleep. And that's scary. So, again, Alex Pereira wins. I am going to say he's probably going to win by knockout, but I'm just going with Alex Pereira just to keep my undefeated streak going. So, Alex Pereira wins. Jamahal, again, how you say he has nothing to lose. He's, getting started, and who knows? We'll see in the near future. But, again, it's an exciting fight. Alex Pereira is a kickboxer. Jamahal is a mixed martial artist. So maybe Jamahal makes it up for Alex Pereira, catches him off guard. Again, Dana White did say the bonus is $300K. So those fighters want that bonus, and we'll see what happens. Alex for the win. Keep my streak going to 7-0. That's my Pocho pick for this week's episode. Josh?
Alex Pereira is going to win against Jamahal. So one thing that I understand what you're saying, Danny, which is, Jamahal hasn't been fighting. That's totally, that's against him. He's not as in tune, I think, as Alex Pereira is in regards to that. But one thing I do want to mention, though, is that Alex Pereira is also way older than Jamahal. Alex Pereira is 36 years old. Jamahal is 32.
Yeah.
Aside from that, they're pretty even. Height-wise, they're both 6'3". Reach, both got a 79-inch reach. But I think this is one of these cases where it's like you shouldn't bet against Alex Pereira. He's on fire right now. Recently got divorced, so he's gonna be fucking pissed off. He's gonna knock this. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get a knockout against Jamahal. And again, adding that $300K, bro, that Dana White was promising to whoever has the most entertaining fight, right? I think that's just gonna cause a lot more knockouts throughout the night, and the Alex Pereira fight versus Jamahal one is gonna be explosive, and I think Alex Pereira is gonna come out on top. So yeah, I'm going with Alex Pereira.
All right, Carlos.
All right. For me, I'm gonna choose Alex Pereira.
All right.
Because look, every time I watch him fight and he does that nasty stare towards his opponent, that shit gives me chills. I'm like, dude, he's like the boogeyman. And he fought Sean Strickland. He beat Israel Adesanya, became a middleweight champion. He went up the division to light heavyweight. I thought that he was gonna lose against Brohovlovich. I think that's how you say his name, right? The guy from Poland?
Yeah.
Okay. He won. Then he fought Jair and beat him, which I never thought he's gonna be a light heavyweight champion, which he is right now. So if I have to put my money on it, to me is Alex Pereira.
Okay. Is that your Pocho pick?
Yes.
All right.
And right now I'm stuck with 4-2 right now. Hopefully I'll be 5-2.
All right, but before we go, real quick, do you think Alex Pereira moves up in weight?
I believe so. If he wins tomorrow, yes.
To heavyweight?
Yes, to heavyweight.
Yeah. John Jones, bro? No,
I don't see it either. I just don't see it.
I think he's 30. He's 36 years old. I don't think he's gonna go to heavyweight and face.
I don't think so either. There is a question though. I think it was a valid question to ask. I was just curious to hear your guys' opinion.
Because after weigh-ins, he weighs like 240 or like 250.
Yeah, I saw that.
I think he can. I think he can.
I say
If
no.
you're gonna win, that's a whole different story. But if he wins, oof.
I just say no. I think he should stick to that class division. Lego.
I say if he wins, why not? Like if he wins, then why not? Like who else is left in light heavyweight? I mean, if he wins, go up to heavyweight, challenge John Jones. I mean, obviously John Jones has his own issues going on, and hopefully he's able to overcome that at some point. But again, it's like if if he wins, why not? Go ahead and challenge the guy, right? Like, Alex Pereira is someone who's shown us he's not afraid to take on challenges, dude. Like he's not afraid to push himself to the limit. Like he's that person who's constantly just pushing, pushing, pushing. A lot of fighters talk about wanting to fight the best and whatnot, and it's just all talk. This guy's actually doing it. Like he only has got 11 fights in the UFC, and I mean, over half of those are against name fighters, like people who he should have lost to, and he just keeps proving everyone wrong and teaching everyone and showing them how he's here to stay. Unfortunately, he started fighting a little bit later on in his career in the UFC. At least he's 36, but again, like if he beats Jamahal Hill this weekend, I say, dude, like why not? Like just do it. Like you push yourself this all along. Like I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And just to recap before we finish this Pocho's pick episode, current standings stand. Danny, again, as he alluded to it and bragged about it in the beginning, he's 6-0. He's 6-0. He'll probably start his own betting show real soon. I'm kidding. Okay. we're, yeah, we're not pushing anyone to bet here, but he's 6-0. Carlos and I are 4-2, and Josh is 3-3. So
Ouch.
we're no, not even an ouch, right? We're 6 games in, and I'm gonna say this: I feel like all of us, we all deserve a pat on the back. We're all at least at 500 or above. So again, that's really cool for us. I mean, we're gonna keep doing our best analysis and trying to call these outcomes of these different games. So we hope that you all keep tuning into these episodes, and thanks again for listening to us.